I'm going to be fixing this weight pocket door in a double hung window. The removable door is a separate piece of wood, and at the top the rabbet that is, the half of the rabbet that should be on the frame itself is missing, so there's nothing keeping the door from falling into the cavity where the weights ride. So the first thing to do, I want to use a multi-master tool to flatten out the back of this piece so I can scab in a short section of wood here that will stick out. We can use that to form the new rabbet. But I also want to back up the entire frame through here with something solid, because there's a kerf right there in between the two halves where this groove for the parting bead goes, and there's a lot of flex right there. So I'm going to try and stabilize that a little bit. Here's the weight, one of them anyway, and one of the issues with backing this up, I might do it on the bottom as well, is that there's not a lot of space. The pocket is 2 inches deep this way. The weight itself is most of that 2 inches. I do have some 1/8 inch masonite that will fit in between the weight and the window frame. So I think I'm going to use that to back up the entire thing. I'm going to install it with construction adhesive, and hopefully that'll give me more stability. There's a lot of flex here between these two halves as well. This piece of wood is over 100 years old, it's very dry, and it's also worn down on the inside by the weights moving up and down over time. So I'll start with trimming this area square with a fine plunge bit or plunge blade, and then gluing in a piece of 3/8 inch plywood that'll form a new rabbet, and then I'll back the entire thing up with that piece of masonite. Well, I've cut a little rectangle of 3/8 plywood, and it's pretty snug, so it actually fits up in there by friction, which is nice because I can verify that my access door will fit and rides pretty flush there. There's a little bit of rock, but I can take that out with I can fit the door a little bit better, but I think I'm good to go in terms of gluing this in. All right, it's the next day and clamps are off. The liquid nails is all set and firm. Everything feels a lot more solid. The door fits nicely, and I've made 2 countersunk holes in each rabbet, or 1 in each rabbet, which will take a 3/4 inch long screw and it'll hold it tight in place.